Venerable Chancellor and members of this congregation, I am very pleased to introduce to you our keynote speaker who is here physically with us, and it's none other than Mr. Manjula de Silva. Permit me to read out his citation. Mr. de Silva is a product of the University of Colombo, BA Honours First Class degree in Economics from our own university, and an MBA from London Business School, UK, and also a fellow of FCMA, UK, and a CGMA. Further, he has pursued executive education at INSEAD Business School, France, and Harvard Business School, USA. He was appointed as the Secretary General and CEO of the Ceylon Chamber of Commerce with effect from 1st February 2020. And prior to that, he served as chairman of state-owned National Insurance Trust Fund during 2015 to 2019. He also served as a commission member of Securities and Exchange Commission and as consultant to the Ministry of Public Enterprise Development. He has also held many other leadership positions in both public-private sectors, including posts of Director General, Public Enterprise Reform Commission, and Managing Director, HNB Assurance PLC. He also functioned as chairman of CGMA, Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, Sri Lanka Board in 2016, subsequently appointed to the Regional Board, Middle East, South Asia, and North Africa. He is a past president of both Insurance Association of Sri Lanka and Unit Trust Association of Sri Lanka. Currently, he serves on the boards of the Central Finance Company, BPPL Holdings PLC, and Tertiary Vocational Education Commission of Sri Lanka. Mr. Manjula de Silva, we are very happy and delighted to have you, and the floor is yours.
Venerable Chancellor Muruttettuwe Anandathero, Vice Chancellor Professor Chandrika Wijeratna, Deans, academic staff, graduates, parents, and other invitees. I must begin by saying that I'm very happy to attend the graduation ceremony of the University of Colombo after exactly 30 years. Last time I attended was as a graduate, like most of you here today, receiving my degree certificate, including, I would like to add, a couple of prizes too, from the Vice Chancellor at that time, Professor G.L. Piris, who is currently the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Today I understand that we will be awarding degrees to graduates of business administration in business economics, hospitality leisure management, human resource management, and marketing, all fields that I can relate to, since sometime or the other I have maybe had some exposure to those subjects, either during my first degree or the master's or during my accountancy studies. I want to thank the Vice Chancellor and the University administration for inviting me to deliver this address, and wish to use this opportunity to convey a few messages, especially to the young graduates. First of all, as you all know, Sri Lanka is facing a few challenges right now on the economic front that we all know, but please do not lose hope. The Sri Lankan economy, particularly the private sector that I represent, is very resilient. It withstood the impact of a 30-year civil war. Currently, due to the pandemic and a few other reasons, the country is going through a difficult period. The government will face a few challenges, no doubt, with regard to its budget deficit and debt repayments. But in spite of all this, the private sector has recorded a strong growth even during the year 2020-21, with earnings of listed companies reaching record levels. I'm happy to say that our exports have recovered now to pre-pandemic levels, and the tourism sector is also showing signs of recovery. We recently carried out a survey among exporters and found that 44% of them expect a growth in capacity utilization in the next 6 months, with 24% expecting no change. Only 31% expected a decline. So you can see that the large majority do not foresee a decline in the next 6 months. So this reflects a positive sentiment overall, despite the challenges that we are faced with today. So please don't think that the country is going to crash and start looking for opportunities to go overseas. That is my appeal to you, the graduates who are passing out this evening. There are a lot of opportunities that will emerge, especially from the private sector, for graduates from business-related fields like you all. There are a lot of opportunities, I know, a lot of vacancies which are unfilled, waiting for the right people to apply. My second point is don't restrict yourselves only to traditional career paths. Most Sri Lankan graduates, I know, even from my time and even today, prefer to work in the public sector. It is true that at the point of entry, salary levels may be the same, or sometimes the public sector may pay more at the point of entry. But it changes over time. Do you know that the private sector pays about 5 times more for someone at manager level and about 10 times more for someone at a senior management level? So these are sometimes not known by everybody, but having worked in both sectors, because I have mostly been in the private sector, but I also from time to time switched to the public sector, and every time I did that, I had to take a huge cut in my package, but I did that, of course, for the sake of the country, as my duty towards the country. But in terms of financial benefits, it was always a significant drop whenever I took up a position in the public sector. Now, you may still think that you will receive a pension from the public sector and that you will not be entitled to that in the private sector. These are common concern. But the EPF balance and other savings that you can generate when you work for the private sector for about 20-30 years will ensure you have a much more comfortable life in your retirement than a government pensioner. So please consider the private sector as an attractive career option. Thirdly, my final message is, please don't think that getting a job and working for an organization, whether public or private, is the only career option in front of you. There are other options as well, in addition to taking up a job. With your knowledge of business administration and related subjects, you can start a business of your own and become an entrepreneur. You can do that alone, or you can get together with a few friends and do it. There are lots of new areas today in which business opportunities exist. In diverse fields like clothing, food, IT, etc. And some of these may not require a large capital to start, because today, a lot of businesses can be started using a digital platform, which requires a very small investment to get started. And you have people among you who have skills in different disciplines. Somebody may be specialized in IT, somebody specialized in marketing, somebody in HR. So few of them can get together and easily start a new business venture. And the Ceylon Chamber of Commerce, which I represent, and its various affiliated bodies, such as the CCC Startup Council, are ready to assist those who are interested in starting a new business venture. So if there's anyone who likes to pursue that path, we are there to guide and support you. I also want to make an appeal to the parents who will obviously play a part in the choice of career options. We are fully aware of the sacrifices you have made to bring your children to this level. But please allow your son or daughter to pursue his or her dreams. Let them do what they love to do. Because if you love what you're doing, the chance of success is very high. So if you want them to succeed, please encourage them to explore all career options and select the field that they would enjoy most. That's the best thing that you can do for them, and that's the best recipe for success. So let me conclude on that note, congratulating all new graduates, as well as their parents and lecturers who have all made a big contribution towards their success. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. De Silva, for those very insightful words. May I request the Honorable Chancellor, Venerable Chancellor, to please give this token of appreciation to our keynote speaker.